Hello everyone, this is question number 1 of May-June session 2020. In this question, they are testing us on mean, cumulative frequency, median, and the interquartile range. So what is mean? How do we calculate it? Mean is basically the sum of fx divided by sum of f. Now, what is fx here? Whenever you see that there's a range given to you, like for example, 30 to 40, you always have to find the average of these two numbers. For that, we will first make another column for the mid value, and we will write down the mid value here. So 30 plus 40 divided by 2 is 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75. After doing this, we will be multiplying 35, which is my x, by 10, and similarly for the rest. So let's put it down in the formula. This would be 35 by 10 plus 45 by 18 plus 55 by 27 plus 65 by 19 plus 75 by 6 and divided by the total frequency. Now the total frequency is always given to you. You can see over here, it's 80 written here. So the total frequency is usually given in the question. In this question, for example, it's given. So I'm directly going to write 80 in my denominator. Use your calculator and find the answer of this calculation. 4330 divided by 80. And my answer is 54.1, correct to the three significant figures. I'm done with this question. Now I'm moving on to the next part. The next part is asking me for cumulative frequency diagram. Now, what is cumulative frequency diagram? Cumulative frequency diagram, as you can see, is plotted cumulative frequency against the x value, which is speed over here. So for that, we first have to find out the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is the frequencies added up. So let's make another column over here and we will be writing the cumulative frequency in this one. The first one is always given to you, which is 10. 10 plus 18 is 28. 28 plus 27 is 55. 55 plus 19 is 74. And 74 plus 6 is 80. If it's still not clear to you, I can show you by arrows that I've basically added all these numbers together like this. And I got an 80 in then. In order to check whether your calculation is correct or not, this number has to verify with this number that's given in the question already. Okay, now I'm going to plot these values. So for 35, we have 10. For 45, we have 28. 55, we have 55, which would be in between 50 and 60. Then for 65, we have 74. And for 75, we have 80. You can see it's going in a smooth curve. So let's join it in a smooth curve. So this would be something like this. Great. Beautiful curve. Okay. After that, let's move on to the next question. The question is asking me for the median. Now the median is always the middle value, which is 50% of your graph. So 50% of your graph, which is, let's say 80 in this case, 50% of 80 would be 40. So at this value, I have to find my corresponding x value. So let's make a line. You can make a dotted line if you want. And at this point, I am getting 50. So my median in this case is 50. Now, these values can obviously vary according to your graph. So that's perfectly all right. Interquartile range. Interquartile range is calculated by finding the upper bound, which is the upper quartile, subtracting it from lower quartile. Okay, so upper quartile minus the lower quartile. What is upper quartile? Upper quartile is 75% of your graph and lower quartile is 25% of your graph. So let's go back to the graph and let's check. So 75% of 80 would be 60 and 75% 25% of 80 would be 20. So I'm going to make lines accordingly. 60, I'm getting this value. And at 20, I am getting this value. So let's find out these values. This is 57 and the other one is 41. So 57 minus 41 and my answer is 16. So 16 kilometer per hour is the interquartile range. Thank you very much. I hope that's clear to you. If it's not, then please write it down and I will help you out. Thank you.